Good morning. Happy Memorial Day. So I haven't updated in a while on my sleep experiment, and I think that might be one of the, not symptoms, what's the opposite of symptoms? The outcome, the result of the experiment. I'm definitely past the transitional stage. That feeling of kind of buzzing that I talked about, that's gone, that passed, and I no longer feel tired. But I have noticed that I'm not like 3 or 4 hours more productive than another person. My house is not ridiculously clean with all that extra time. I haven't been completely caught up on work. I haven't been exercising. So while I definitely think that the experiment is working and that I'm getting along just fine on 4, so I have to admit, sometimes I sleep 4 hours at night instead of 3, so that the total sleep ends up being more like 5 or 5.5 hours a day instead of 4. The goal is to get it down to 4. And the days when I do that, I feel just fine, but sometimes it's hard to get out of bed. And the naps are not hard when I'm home alone, because I just climb onto the couch and 20 minutes later I wake up and I get up. But on the weekends when my family's home, I have to take my naps in bed, and it's a lot harder to get out of bed. Even if I'm not sleeping, even if I just wake up and grab my phone and read in my comfy bed for a while, it all just takes a lot more time. So it's definitely easier on the weekdays, and it's harder on the weekends, and it's harder to get up in the morning than I'd like it to be. But it was never really easy for me to get up in the morning. It's not like I've ever been a morning person. So that's it's a concern, but I'm not sure that it's anything really different from before the experiment. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying, I don't find myself using that extra time well yet. The whole goal of this was to have an extra 3 or 4 hours a day in which to do things without giving up my free time, without giving up the time that I already spend on myself. So I think I'm going to give it about another 3 or 4 weeks, and if I don't see a big change in how I'm using that time, then I don't think I'd bother, because scheduling the naps is hard, and it's very easy to mess the whole schedule up. Now, on the days when I can just follow the schedule and everything works great, I swear to you, I feel fantastic. But if I have something that interferes with getting one of those naps, if I skip a nap or if I move it by too much, I just feel like somebody kicked me in the head. The difference is huge. So I would call the experiment a success, but that it needs more research. So I'm going to keep going with it, but I really now need to make an effort to be very, very consistent with the schedule and to try to make a change in how I'm using that time. Because if I'm not exercising every day while doing this, then that's just dumb. If I'm not getting more work done, if my house isn't cleaner, if I'm not getting to some of those projects that I just haven't had time for, then there's no point in doing this. So, yeah, give it another few weeks and we'll see how it goes. Have a great Memorial Day.